Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for the 17th of January. So with the S&P on the weekly chart, as you know, we're still heading into wave 3 here, and we're looking for a top very shortly across the 3,300 area through here. There's no change to all of this. The possible change which I'll investigate a little bit further is actually having this wave 2 sitting over here as wave 1 and 2 here, and then that would make wave 1 and 2 here and would go into a higher degree. So if we looked at the DJ, for example, so with the DJ here just on the daily chart, it seems to suit okay, doesn't it? Like wave 1 and 2 here, then wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 1 and 2 here, and then this would leave us a degree lower here. Instead of this wave 3 we'd be looking at this one here, wave 3, 4 and 5 here. This would suit some of the other markets that I've been looking at as well. So I will investigate this a little bit further. If anybody's got any other ideas apart from Elliott Wave International and those other guys looking at all this as a B wave triangle up here, or putting wave 4 over here was their next sort of step, all that sort of stuff. Not interested in that, but if anybody's got any detailed structure of in here, I'll certainly like to have a look at that. Let's move into this area through here. So on the 4-hour chart here, we're looking from this low here, we've been counting up as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. All of that's quite good. I'm comfortable with that. This move up through here, this later stages here, has caused a little bit of a headache. But basically 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then looking up for wave 5 here. We've all been having guesses of how this is playing out here, and I don't really have any answers for that. I mean, I'll show you what I've got, but I'm not sure if it's right or wrong. But in terms of actually trading, then all we need to do is we're long at the moment again, so all we can do is keep moving our stop loss up higher here. So let's go into the tick chart and have a little look at this, the 100 ticks, and we'll pick it up from this low down through here. We'll have to bring in a bit more data here to look at this and just go over it for a little bit. So we're looking at wave 3 and wave 4 here, and then looking higher ground here. So we just go through this a little bit. So I was looking at wave 1 and 2 here, and then 3 and 4 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2 here, then 5 waves up here for 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 the third wave, fourth wave, and the fifth wave up here to make the third, and then pulling back for the fourth wave into this space here. So if that's the fourth wave here, then we started counting it as wave 1 here, ABC for wave 2, that's cool. And then we've had 1 and 2 here, and 5 waves in the third wave, bit hard to see here, but 3 and 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then 1, 2, 3 in here for this one. So we had always been one wave short in this, and then the only logical thing is the A, the B, and the C wave sitting on this low here, and then wave 1 here and wave 2 of the next smaller degree, and then extending up. So in terms of extending up from here, we'll go wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 to the upside here. So with that in mind, I was counting 5 waves up here for 1 and 2, and then basically all of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then 5 here for wave 3, an A and a B and a C wave here for wave 4, and then going up for wave 5 here. I haven't really counted this, but just need to spend a bit of time on it. But we put wave 5 here. That's got to finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's got to finish a bit further here. So that will be up there. Now, that means that the market will pull back for the wave 4 here. So the wave 4 here of 1 lesser degree is here on this level here. The 38.2% retracement would be lower at the 3.3 here. So, you know, the US trade deal and so on, they've still got to have a look at what he actually has done within that deal. You know what Trump's like. He, you know, the great, the great, the great white liar. So we don't know what deals actually been done. So, and also too, you know, the old adage of buy the rumor, sell the fact can play out as well. So we just need to be mindful of those sort of things. But in terms of the count goes, I'm thinking that 38 points is a little bit lower than this one here, but obviously that's going to be the support. So I'd take this one here, where the volume would be more so than the actual ratio here. So I can't draw here, but an AB across the 3310, expect an ABC pattern here, some profit taking, and then one more push up that can take us into 335 to 3320 area here for these tops of these levels here for that. So a little dance across the 10. So this is a minor level here, 3, 3, and then we've got the sub levels to the upside here of 1, 2, and 3. Now, if I'm wrong and the market's going to continue to go higher, well, this is the important number here, the top of subgroup 1 here. If this becomes the support, and the support, as you know, is the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, an ABC pattern, and then that little one here, that high, that's the one that would go on. So we'll trade to here, get out, and then wait for that here, and then move up from that that level there. So that's kind of how I see it, really. Yeah, like I said, all of this here is very tricky in here, and we could be counting it in different ways, as a triangle pattern and so on, but a wedge and so on and so on. But I like to stick to the count as much as possible through all of this. But yeah, the wedge in terms of 3 waves here would be a reasonable fit as well. All I know is that this was corrective and we would be going higher from that point. And all I really know at this other point here too is that if we get support on top of this number here, the top of subgroup 1 here, then we'll be pushing up to the 50 at that point. So it's all possible. We'll just stay with it. So currently the stop, if you wanted to get up higher to the 3320 or even higher if that was the case, then would need to leave the stop below the 3300 here, okay? Or if you want to play it close, then, you know, bring it up to wherever you need to bring it up to. But watch out for this little wave 4 here. That will probably pull back from the dance across this little area through here. The Nasdaq's much the same as well. Where is it? Here. So we've got from this wave 4 here, we've got 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, ABC for the fourth. So we've got to count this up as 5 waves in this space here. So picking it up on the hourly chart from this wave 4 here. Same thing again as 1 and 2 here, 3 and 4 here, and then we've just got 1 and 2 and 3 here. And in this case here on the, I don't know on the cash market, but it may not be lower here, but I've got the wave 4 here rather than here. But if the wave 4, if you can check the cash market, if this is lower on the cash market, then we've got to put wave 4 here. If that's not the low on the cash market, then we'll put wave 4 here. And then in that case, we'll need to look at this as wave 1 and 2 here. And then all of this is wave 3, 4, and 5 here. We're also long here as well, so we can bring the stop up here as well. I've got the stop here on this low here, so if that low gets taken out, then we can actually short it from that point. But we've got the arrival here, the reaction here, so we'll be looking for the first high above the level and then a corrective move here. And like I say, just check on the cash market to see if that, because currently that is the low here, that's why it would be wave 4 here as an A and a B and a C. But if that's not the low on the cash market, then we need to look at this as wave 1 here and 2 here, and all up for the third wave and a fourth wave and then a fifth wave to finish off up through here. So I'll let you handle that there. I mean, we had a look at some stocks the other day, didn't we? And I think Alphabet was one of them. So with Alphabet here, I know that, say from this correction here, I can see 5 waves up to this point and then to here. And then as I mentioned, from here, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 here, so it's 4 and 5. So we've still got, the tech stocks have still got possibilities to move higher, but having a correction somewhere in this little area here, because this structure's just not finished here, you know. Can I see anything else? What about Berkshire and Hathaway? Is that... I need to pull apart that little bit there. But this is still bullish. This is still in bullish trend. Now I'd have to do work on them, so I won't go into that. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.
Report unless it's done.
Really?
Just holding up some plates.